That institution was established in 1981 as the first in the world, actually, the first Ombudsman for Children institution. And the reason for that was that the Norwegian parliamentarians, they understood that children were quite often forgotten in policy making, in budgeting. And because children don't have access to vote, they don't have access to politicians, they need someone to speak on their behalf. They need some form of watchdog and a spokesperson. I'm a pediatrician, a medical doctor for children, and I've worked a lot with children exposed to violence and abuse. And I've also been doing forensic medicine, as you said, working to help the police to figure out what's actually happened to the child. And doing that job, I saw that children exposed to violence and abuse, they are not well enough protected. It's the medical service, it's the justice system, it's the child welfare system. Unfortunately, very often they don't know how to help the child, and sometimes they don't even know how to cooperate, to work together. And that really frustrated me as a pediatrician, and I realized that we have to do something about that. And that's actually what brought me into the work I'm having today as an ombudsperson. In our office, we do a lot of child participation, and it's very important that the ombudsperson is actually able to listen to children, to speak to children, to be around children, to understand about children. You know, we have responsibilities after the Convention of the Rights of Child, both in Norway and in Bulgaria, and it's our role to tell our politicians when, for example, the laws or the budgeting or the practices are not in accordance with the convention. Also, it's very important to speak to children and to be in contact with children and to bring that information to the politicians, to make sure that they are actually making decisions on behalf of children which are the right ones. It can be everything from establishing good services for children, to protect children. It's very important to learn what they actually need and what's a good service for them. Because sometimes as adults we think we know, but sometimes we don't. And child participation actually makes sure that you create good services for children, that you are able to protect children in the most efficient way. When we start to realize that we have to respect children's rights, that they are not only the property of their parents or the property of a country, they are individuals with their own rights as children. And when we start to respect also that we must include them, we must listen to them, and we must involve them in everything from their own lives to policy making, I think then the world will be a much better place for all of us.